Monica. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Can you tell us who your angel is?
My angel is my son, Michael. He's the youngest of my three sons. Um, he was a gentle giant. He was very, very large. And he loved the fact that he was that much bigger than me. He used to tease me all the time about it. He used to say all the time, he doesn't know how I was able to have a child that big. And he would always come and pat me on the head all the time. He had a great sense of humor with an infectious laugh. And he loved to make people laugh. He just loved kids. He would get down on the ground and play with all of the kids. He was extremely bright. He passed his Series 7 exam, which is for stockbroker, at age 19 at record time. He was an excellent athlete, had an injury, which unfortunately, because of that, he wasn't able to continue with sports. He ended up with surgery because of it. And that was a huge disappointment to him. But he was just very kind, giving. He loved surprises. He was like a little kid. I think he enjoyed the holidays more than the little kids did. And he loved to give gifts. He loved to give gifts, I think, more than he liked receiving gifts. And he would put an enormous amount of thought into giving gifts. He just loved to make people happy. And he was my friend. Out of all three of my children, he would be the one that would come in and sit on the end of my bed and just talk with me at night. Just talk. And I miss him because I miss that. He was a really important part of the family because he was like the light at the party, every holiday. It was like the party got started when Michael got there. He was just a lot of fun to be around.
Do you have a picture of Michael to share with us?
I do. Oh, there's a lot of glare. What? Where's the glare? Can you see it that way?
Yes. How long have you been on this journey so far?
18 months, August 1st, 2019.
How has the Beating Hearts helped you so far on your journey?
I was convinced I didn't need anybody or anything. Didn't want anybody or anything. I was very angry. My son Liam kept telling me that I should speak to other parents, go to counseling, and I thought, there's nothing that anybody can do to help me. And then my wonderful neighbor across the street left me a newspaper article about Look Up for Adam and the fundraiser, and my other wonderful neighbor, Linda, who I had heard all about, but never officially met, even though I've lived here 17 years now. And then the next thing I knew, Linda was leaving beads in my mailbox. And this was during COVID, so we didn't get to hug, but we virtually hugged. And I joined the Beating Hearts, and I found out that I very much needed to speak to other mothers who are the only people that can understand the pain and the loss that you experience, especially under these circumstances, because these circumstances are much different than any other loss. There's such a stigma in this that I have a coworker that lost her son, and the empathy is so different because her son passed away in a car accident. My son passed away from an overdose, and nobody talks about my son. They'll still talk about her son, but they don't talk about my son. Her son passed away over 10 years ago. So there's nobody that my own children don't want to talk about my son. It's too upsetting to them. I mean, they'll talk about him, but as soon as I try, or they kind of shut it down because it's too much for them. So this is the only safe place I feel I do have to go. And I'm very grateful that I do have this place to go, because I don't know who I could talk to. And I thought I didn't need to, but I really do need to. And I'm very grateful that I found, or Linda found me. So I am very thankful to all the ladies on this group.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing all of that. It's important. And like I said before, it's important that we have to stop the stigma behind how they passed. It doesn't make a difference how they passed. If they passed from an overdose, if they passed from an accident, if they passed from a different type of disease. This is a disease. Whether people want to admit it or not, it is a disease, and it needs to be spoken about, but they also need to see who our children were in a different light. They need to see that they're, not, I think people think when they think about a person that has a drug addiction, they think of somebody that's wearing holey shoes, or maybe just one shoe, no socks, ripped up jacket with moths flying out, with an empty cup shaking it, looking for something. And that's not who they were. They're beautiful children. They're all of our children. They're all different ages. And it's a journey that we have to learn to navigate. And I thank Linda all the time for this, because she is the master or the leader of our journey. And we all kind of follow behind her. And I know she's learning in this journey, and she's learning from us, and we're learning from her, and we all, learn from each other. And it's a safe haven. And when we make beads, and when we send out beads, and when I write my notes inside the card, I always tell everybody this is a safe place, judgment free. It's just pure love.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that everyone gives in this group is just coming from their heart, coming from the love of their children or their sibling, or, whoever they were. So Monica, my last question for you is, on March 12th, on National Lookup Day, what do you want us to know, and what do you want us to know when you look up?
I want you to know that Michael loved with all his heart. He loved with all his heart, and he will always be loved. He had a lot to give, but he will always be in our heart every day. Every day.
I want to thank you so much for sharing, Michael, with us and for being here tonight and being brave on this journey with us. Thank you.